Welcome back to Riverside Royals Dynasty here in NCAA Football 14. This video is going to be sponsored by Best Buy, but first, it is week one. We've got 5,500 recruiting points to allocate for our pursuit of some of these top prospects. And a lot of these players now we know we're probably not going to be in the fight for. However, we need to get a lot of these players off of our board if we're not going to have a chance. And we need to figure out who are some other players we can go after? Who can we scout to their fullest potential and then figure out who actually fits on this team? It's not going to be Joseph McCabe. We're already down 3,800 points. We are not in this fight. I'd say for a player like Jaquan Omatosho from San Bruno, California, he's somebody that might be pushing it a little bit. We're already down about 1,200 points. I think if we went full in, we would be able to get a player like this when you consider the fact that only Oregon and Cal have offered scholarships and they are already behind us. We have a plus 255 bonus for them, and what that means is because of the coach prestige of Coach Gene Dangus, yours truly, I appreciate you, we get plus 90. Because it's close to home, we get a plus 100. And because of the conference, we're now in the Mountain West, we get a plus 15. Because it's a pipeline state, of course, California, we get plus 50. So those are easy points on top of the, let's say we put 500 on them. We could probably get in the race for Jaquan Omatosho when you factor in that who knows if San Jose State is going to offer him a scholarship, Fresno State as well. How many points are they going to put into him? You know, there's a chance that we could get back in the battle for him. So we'll try it out. But a lot of these players just got to go. And a lot of these guys aren't very good anyway. I mean, all of these guards on my board are absolutely terrible. Oh my goodness. Everyone I'm scouting seems to be an overwhelming bust. And none of the defensive ends are ever fast. I do like Mitchell Powell. He is slow, but the finesse moves, the power moves are pretty high. He's only 229 pounds, though. He's just not a very good athlete. 90 acceleration's cool, but the speed is so bad. A little bit better. Quinton LaRubio. Speed's not great. Power moves is okay. I mean, the scouting's been a major bust so far. Most of these guys are just terrible. Okay, there's our first gem in a while, or like a real one. Walter Makakona. We're going to pronounce that differently, probably. Walter Makakona is a great fit for us. We really need a center. Now, he's only 260 pounds, but at the college level, that's actually going to be okay. We had a bunch of big boosts for him. This is going to be definitely somebody we go after in a big way. It's going to be a plus 500 easy. And you know what? We'll probably offer a scholarship now as well. Oh my god. I just got, like, stun locked, seeing a minus 17 down to a 50 overall. Dude, these players suck. Anyone with interest in Riverside is terrible. Oh my god. I can't do this anymore. Just let's get to the sponsor of today's video, Best Buy. Ah, these guys. This video is sponsored by Best Buy and the EOS R8 Content Creator Kit for those looking to upgrade their content creation journey, as well as the BenQ PD3220U Thunderbolt 3 monitor with awesome connectivity to MacBook. And you can't forget about the SanDisk Extreme Pro SD card. I'm currently filming this on the EOS R8. The camera quality is incredible. With its powerful camera body, versatile lenses, and helpful accessories, it's everything you need to take your content creation to the next level. It has everything you need to create stunning photos and videos to engage your audience and grow your following. The BenQ HDR monitor has incredible color accuracy and has really helped me upgrade my productivity when creating thumbnails. And of course, to get this camera operating at peak performance, you gotta have the SanDisk card to go along with it. It has extreme reliability and with quick flow technology has the speed to capture and protect your important projects. And the R8 is the lightest frame EOS camera. It's incredibly easy to hold. It's got live, accurate subject detection and tracking. You can go ahead and change the focus with just the click of a button with ease, either to me or others. It's USB-C compatible and you can easily shoot, download, and share with wireless communication just from the camera. And of course, with that wireless communication comes UVC live streaming. So this camera can be used if you're gonna vlog or go live. BenQ produces a whole range of monitors that are optimized for Mac devices, whether laptop or desktop. So it's really easy for me to connect my MacBook and do a lot of work and get a lot of work done with precise color accuracy. I have the BenQ PD3220U Design View 32-inch IPS LED 4K HDR monitor with AQ color technology. Works perfectly with the Mac. You will be blown away by the color matching between the different connected screens. The connection works via Thunderbolt 3, and the color consistency is so unbelievably efficient and accurate. Mac users are assured perfect color consistency from MacBook Pro to the actual BenQ monitor. And it's in the camera right now, of course, but you cannot forget about the memory card. SanDisk has a 128 gigabyte memory card. The SanDisk Extreme Pro, it's got the speed and reliability to capture all the important photos and videos that you'll need. So check out the links in the description, and thank you to Best Buy for sponsoring this video. Okay, back-to-back safeties look incredibly good, and they're different style of players. Tommy Temple is going to drill you and until you feel it in your temples. I don't know. He's got great speed, great hit power, great pursuit. At 6'4", 215 pounds, Tommy Temple might as well be a linebacker. Could be tough to get in the race on him, but we're going to try. And then Quentin Barber from Savannah, Georgia. 81 overall, +8, real great cover type. 92 speed, 96 acceleration, 86 zone coverage. He looks amazing. It's just, it might be very difficult to get these guys out west. Oh, okay, King Kelly can play a little bit, and you'd guess so with that type of a name. Is a 4-star. Could be tough to get in on, but he's only being recruited by Vanderbilt in the SEC. Now, all those schools below the projected lock cutoff have offered him scholarships already, but amazing speed and coverage ability, that's going to be a player we need to have. Ooh, Adam Muller. +6 overall to an 83. Now, is already a 4-star as well from Vermont. Wow. He might be headed to Army. What are you good at, though? 91 tackle. Only 72 speed. Probably ends up being a defensive end. Yeah, 83 power move, 75 block shed, 240 pounds. I like 72 speed at defensive end. I just don't love speed in the 60s. Oh, +13 overall for Flo Kelsey. Not the fastest at middle linebacker, but 87 tackle. How is he an 81, though? I don't know. 81 seems a bit high for him, but could be a really big steal of a 3-star. +18 overall for Jamal Lindley. Oh my God. 80 speed. 88 strength, 84 power moves, 85 finesse moves, 82 block shed, 88 pursuit. This might be one of the best overall players in the nation. The number 52 ranked middle linebacker. Seems like some of these blue bloods know about him. Tennessee, Notre Dame, Alabama, Texas, all in the fight. I'd like to get involved, if possible. We'll see how heavily they recruit him. I mean, he's the number 52 middle linebacker. He might be able to fly under the radar a bit. You're starting to find a lot of gems, and with a name like Hercules Cooper, you can't really be surprised. 6'3", 275. The problem is that all of these guys are like 4-star recruits. Shocker, those are the good players. They're all 4-stars, which make them a little bit tougher to go after. They're not 5-stars, so they are potentially attainable, but we have to face really, really big schools. Doesn't mean we can't get them, just means it's going to be hard. Darrell Brown looks pretty incredible. 75 speed, 91 finesse moves. It's a really good pass rusher. Oh, there we go. There's a big one. +17 for Brock Moore. Now, the problem with him, and you're wondering what it could be, 69 speed, nice, really nice for defensive tackle, 84 acceleration, 86 power moves, 85 finesse, 74 block shed. What's the problem? He's a junior college transfer. However, that should mean he's under-recruited, although some blue bloods are in on him. Some blue blood programs, of course, being like the top that you'd expect. USC, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, right? These big-time programs. But if we can get him, that would be big. We have a lot of bonus factors for him, so I like that. And then Jerome Gibson, I like the look of a lot as well. Not really being recruited right now. I mean, these top schools are App State and Troy. Does have a scholarship offer from Purdue, but he ran pretty well for a defensive end, and his squat was pretty high. Doesn't end up being the player I wanted him to be. He's well-rounded, but not really that good in any one area. And I'm probably just going to take points off Jaquan Matosho. This was a big scouting week for me. I just really need to know where we are. Like, are we actually going to be able to compete for any of these players? We certainly are going to need tackle help. I'm not offering any scholarships this week. We'll just see what happens in week 2. We have another bye week. We don't really get underway until week 3, which, of course, will be in this episode, despite it being recruiting heavy. But this is a big recruiting series. If we're able to sign some players that maybe you don't expect us to, in terms of, you know, higher overall than what you'd expect now from a Mountain West school. Of course, Riverside has reached the highest of heights under Coach Gene Dangus, but that was years and years and years ago. But we already have a recruit ready to visit. Now, putting 500 points on a recruit only to be locked out, that's not all that good. We'll see how we can bounce back from that, but we're going to have a better idea which players we'll actually have a chance to get, and we're already locked out on Wes Grisham. But I thought we fought back. Minus 555. I don't think it makes sense to open the door on him and break that lock. He's just going to have to be someone that we probably take off our board. But we're competing against Washington State and UNLV. Surely there's a chance for us here. It's just, it'd be a long recruiting battle. That's I don't know about that just yet. Now, somehow we're locked out on Mitchell Powell because playing time is his deal breaker. Well, you would play. What do you mean? Do I need to remove defensive ends from my recruiting list to get him on the field faster? There are a lot that I like, but are they worth actually going after? Although removing the 5th defensive end does get Mitchell Powell back interested in Riverside, and this is somebody that we really should get. 75 overall. Speed is not amazing, but it's decent. Hawaii making up ground on us, but this is somebody we want to get in honestly as soon as possible. Usually you do want to schedule your visits later in the year for more points. However, it's marginal. Right now we have a bunch of open spots. You can see, you know, where we'd be scheduling. So his visit would only be after Hawaii. So we're not getting the plus 400 or plus 500 or plus 600 for last visit right now. Obviously, if we waited, things could change. But I think if we put points on Mitchell Powell and got him to commit early, I think that might be the way to do it. And then just nobody else has a chance on him. That's how I usually would go about things. And I think that's what I will do. And get him in. Is the earliest home game really week 8? We might wait on that at the moment, but we are going to offer a scholarship. Oh, really? Kevin Kiermaier's brother, I think that's how you pronounce that last name, Ayo, is going to be way down the list here. Looked like a pretty good player. Great tackling, play rec, hit power, pursuit. And we could actually climb up the board. We gained plus 430. I just worry that with offers from Texas, Nebraska, and visits already scheduled, we're going to have a really tough time getting back in this recruitment. I suppose it would be possible, but it's just probably not really doable. I don't know. It's probably better to just stop now, but we'll keep him on the board maybe. You know, it's funny that the linebacker in California from Chula Vista, we pretty much have no chance to get as far as I can see. Like, I guess there is a chance we really put in a ton of points, but it's unlikely. Yet, the linebackers from New Jersey and Florida seem like they have a better chance. Now, the difference is it's a 3-star recruit versus the 4-star, and it's just harder to get back in on those 4 stars, yet the 3-star players seem to be better. So we're going to go after them. King Kelly is minus 1425. Can we get in on this race? I'm going to have to. The player is just too good to pass on, in my opinion. This seems to be the best corner we're going to have a chance to get, and he's got a Hall of Fame name. We got to at least enter that race. And then for Tommy Temple, we're actually not that far behind. We just don't have a ton of points right now. But I think we definitely want to enter that recruitment. What about for Quentin Barber? I had only 100 points on him last week. It seems like we're very much in the race. It seems like we are very much in the race. So I need to figure out how to get some more points, man. That's the biggest problem right now. Darrell Brown, I really wanted. He's got Pretty good speed, great pursuit, play rec, coverage isn't even bad, tackle's amazing, finesse moves is amazing. He is truly an amazing player, and he's only a 3-star. However, everyone knows he's amazing. Auburn, Texas, Georgia, Michigan, Nebraska, all in on him. Texas hasn't offered a scholarship yet, but he's going to play in the SEC, it would appear. So maybe Michigan makes a push. Doubt Nebraska, but I just don't think we're going to be in on this recruitment at all. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take him off our board. It's just a player we can't get. We need somebody to be under the radar. All of the players I want, all these top schools are like, okay, our scouting departments are incredible as well. And we know they're great too. And they're just going after them. So puts us in a little bit of a tough spot. 5,500 points is maxed out right now. And I need to put points on Trey Watson. So I have to figure out, okay, who can we really afford to lose? Anu Lyles, really fast. We're already down on him. Probably makes sense to just take points off him, unfortunately. Yeah, it definitely sucks, but we're going to have to. And then I'll take 50 points off somebody, and I guess it's going to be Tommy Temple, unfortunately. We have to put them into Trey Watson. We need offensive line help badly, and we actually have a legit shot to land this tackle, so we have to go for it. And we're going to have a clearer idea of what's going on in Week 3. So we're going to simulate to Week 3. We're going to take on San Diego State. And we're going to have a much clearer idea about, who we're actually going to be in the race for. It's always tough to recruit against these top-tier programs. And it's still early on in this reboot. This is, year 2. So we're going to start to ramp up a little bit, unlock some of those recruiting talents, try to land some of these big-time players. But right now it continues to be certainly difficult when we're kind of in like the in-between of, okay, can we actually go after this guy? Can we not? Is it a waste of time? Is it not? Mitchell Powell in this freaking deal breaker, man. Am I really going after too many defensive ends? Well, you're going to happy to know that we're taking Lyles off the board. Don't really have any chance to get him. So we're going to put them back onto Powell. And we should honestly just schedule this visit. I honestly should have done it in Week 2, to be honest. Just get him in as soon as possible. Get him to commit. But we can't do that. We're going to have to wait. Tommy Temple's going to have to be removed off the board, unfortunately. Not going to have a chance to land him. And we're losing on Quentin Barber as well. Why did we have like a green arrow up last week? Where we were gaining points. Right now you can see it says minus 380. Hope I'm not covering up these faces, but I guess I'm not really. Minus 380 stuff when you put 500 points on them. How is Minnesota, like, getting such a huge lead? I feel like we're wasting points on Quentin Barber, but he looks so amazing. 500 points on Adam Muller. We're losing a ton of points. We're wasting points. We're wasting points going after these guys. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to waste these. We just need to find players that want to play for Riverside, and the unfortunate part about that is that not many people do. It's a short list. It's an incredibly short list. Hercules Cooper going to have to go off the board as well. We're not going to have a chance to land him when these other big schools offer scholarships. It's incredibly frustrating. Our team's in on Jamal Lindley now. Yep, Texas and Alabama figured out about him. I mean, we're screwed. We're screwed with that. Flo Kelsey, we might have a shot to land. Gonna be tough. He's a worst athlete of the two. But man, it's... I guess my eyes are too big for my stomach right now. We're liking players that we just don't have a shot to land. I don't know how we can't compete with Fresno State and Kansas, though. Why are we losing so many points on Mark Perry? We have no bonus points. This is killer. Okay, at San Diego State, we're up to a 75 overall. And that really is right on par with San Diego State. So we'll see if we have a chance to beat them. I like our odds. We played with some better teams last year. And even though we only won 2 games, I know, not great. I think, we are a team that can play above expectations. And when you look at this team, you will notice that the game is frozen. It's a good thing I save incredibly often so that it actually does not affect our recruiting progress, which, to be fair, we haven't really even made any. Recruiting, I don't think, is going that well right now. And already, maybe we're doing it wrong, San Diego State has 3 guys visiting, including Blake Foster. Player we were going after, the name sure sounds familiar. But man, do those uniforms look good in game, especially that helmet. And this is not going to be the Riverside team that you're used to seeing. Last year, we were rocking with a quarterback who was a redshirt senior, yet his overall was in the 50s, right? And a lot of teams are starting here. This is actually Fresno State is going to play their first game this week. Wyoming as well. Riverside, obviously. Air Force is yet to play a game. San Diego State is 1-0, looking to remain undefeated, but hey, we're undefeated as well. We just also are winless. It's a tough combo. But we have a new starting quarterback. You guys are going to meet him. I didn't like the way that flag looked. We're going to have new players really all over the field making their debuts in college football for the first time. We are not the same god-awful team that you saw in year 1. We are a little bit better. And we will start with the football. San Diego State doesn't want it. But let me introduce you to the team. You know some of these guys well, but you may not know about the freshman quarterback, Garrett Geary, if you didn't watch the offseason episode, which most of you seem to miss that one. Garrett Geary is a freshman, obviously. 6'3", 193 with 81 speed. Accuracy can be a little bit touchy at time, but does have quite the arm. 87 throw power, but only 66 accuracy. Our running back could be the bell cow for the offense. Bell cow Belcher. It's Daniel Belcher from Deer Park, Texas. 82 overall as a freshman. Speed is not overwhelming, but it is decent. But he is especially elusive, near 90. We have a number of receivers that I expect to get onto the field. The freshmen are Justin Lingard and Kahikelani Inoke, who I want to definitely move up the depth chart here. Mario Gardner is going to move down. And honestly, I think Justin Lingard should be wide receiver number 1. And I like the wide receiver 3 being Kahikelani Inoke. You wouldn't, really think him as a slot guy at 6'4", near 230 pounds, but does have overwhelming speed at 96. The route running's good. The catching is not at just 59, so we might deal with some drops, but his speed is so incredible. You know most of this offensive line and the tight ends, Clarence Johnson and Ewing, of course. But then on the defense, we're starting a freshman, Mac Chung. At right end, you guys know how good Lamar Simmons has been for us at times. At defensive tackle, we have a freshman, Miles Amos, who might rotate in, but for now it's Brett Johnson and Richard Holt. And then at linebacker, we have the sophomore, Marcus Crooks. Behind him is a safety, Jared Bird. At middle linebacker, we're starting Kevin McBride. Behind him, of course, the free safety, Jared Bird. We also might rotate in Brian Smith or Steve Hollins, but at middle linebacker, I expect to see also the rookie, or not rookie, the freshman from Alaska, Brandon Jones, 6'4", 235 with great speed. Definitely want him at least playing special teams. And then at right outside linebacker, it's going to be Nelson Burnett. But I expect to see, some of freshman Miles Horst. And we'll really just see what ends up happening. At corner, the most exciting thing is the freshman Linwood Tapley. Might be playing some of the freshman safety Alex Toure down at our third corner spot, but I also expect him to start as our single high free safety. And of course, you guys know about the junior Wesley Price, All-American. He was incredible last season. Hope he can continue that here in season number 3 for him as a junior, season 2 of the Riverside reboot. Back to return is Mario Gardner. Look to set things up with a nice return. We found a gap there. Mario Gardner brings it out. But now you'll see the first college snaps for the true freshman quarterback, Garrett Geary from Westfield, Massachusetts. This is an offense that really did thrive last season when we passed the football. Despite, not really having a quarterback who could do that. We got the football out quickly. We took advantage of the running back out of the backfield, and we might try that again this season with Daniel Belcher, and that's where the first pass is going to go, and he's got big-time power. Catch and run goes for 5. I do expect the bell cow Belcher to be a big part of our offense. He's got some power. He's got some elusiveness. He's able to run through arm tackles. I love his potential. He's given to Belcher on 3rd and inches. Blocking was just good enough. Belcher gets 2 and moves the chains. Gordon now into the backfield. You probably are going to see 3 running backs from us quite a bit this year. And we're going to get it out to Gordon. Nice catch. And we have great blocks out in front. Gordon with not exceptional speed, though. And Jimmy Gordon is tracked down after a gain of more than 20. So we're not really trusting our quarterback, Garrett Geary, to throw too far down the field right now. Just get it out quickly to the running backs. But it was a formula that worked for us really well last season, and we're going to continue that here in season number 2 at least at times. His accuracy's not great. Does have a big-time arm, but may miss throws down the field as Daniel Belcher checks back out onto the field. See a lot of veteran receivers out there. None of the freshmen, but Belcher, of course, the true freshman, is out of the field. And the first throw down the field for Garrett Geary is complete to Mario Gardner. It's a 17-yard catch. As Gary's taken a couple shots already in this game on just 3 dropbacks and really only 1 true pass. Of course, if you don't want to count the screen, right? But he's getting the football where it needs to be. Here's 1st and 10. Still seeing the vet receiver option. Smith, Gardner, Harris. No Justin Lingard, no Inoke so far. We're going to throw another screen. It's Daniel Belcher. Gotta go through somebody, and he does. Gets the first down, but can't get into the end zone. Already his 2nd catch. Looking to break the record for receptions in a season, set last year, of course. But Troy has since moved on, and it's the Daniel Belcher show now. 1st and goal. Now the freshmen are on the field, Inoke and Lingard. We might look to get the ball into the hands of Daniel Belcher, though. On 1st and goal, you definitely want to run the football in this spot. But it's going to be read option. Geary reads it well and finds the end zone easily. What a drive for the Riverside Royals and freshman quarterback Garrett Geary. Good blocking, too. Geary kind of stood up on the goal line, but did get the ball across. So, good 7-0 start. Our kicker is marginally better than he was last year. Still not great. I don't know what our range is going to be, as Florida, unranked, has upset number 2 Alabama to move to 2-0. They certainly have to move up into the top at least 15 after that win, especially being undefeated in the SEC already, but beating number 2 Alabama. That's a big win, and by double digits. You know, you got to move them up. Now, we'll see what this defense looks like. It was really, really bad through the air a season ago, and it looks like not much is going to change. Quentin Stevenson catches the ball for 25 yards right up the seam. Just kind of threw it right over the linebacker. Good throw from the quarterback, Butler. We were just not in a position to make a play. But, you know, it is week 1 for us, even though it's week 3. This is our first game. We're still looking to see which players are going to fit into which spots. And we might not really know until a little bit, you know, longer down the line here as Brian Butler sacked by Nelson Burnett. But we might see the rookie or the freshman Miles Horst, you know, sooner rather than later. We might see the freshman from Alaska, Brandon Jones, sooner rather than later. I'm going to put the best players on the field when I can, and especially get creative with different packages. This one gets Mac Chung kind of in a defensive tackle type role. Here's a run right up the middle. Looked like some type of duo run. But there is a flag, and it looks like it's clipping. Not only is this one coming back, they're moving back. It's Alfonso Bush. It's going to be 2nd and 21. But I would say week 3 for us here is kind of an experimental week. See who makes plays, see who's kind of a liability, and adjust accordingly. And we're going to struggle to defend the run. We are getting pancaked all over the place, and the speed of this running back, Maurice Dukes, is astounding. Shot out of a cannon. The blocking from San Diego State is incredible. And Dukes has an easy gain of close to 40. Yeah, that was really not good. Horst is going to rotate in on the field. Butler with the carry, and he is stopped for a loss of 1. That was Marcus Crooks. I think he's going to start at outside linebacker for us this season. Again, things could change, but that's currently my expectation. We might blitz the freshman Alex Toure. He's got great tackling. Block shedding not as good. There's Brandon Jones out into the field. Has really good speed. Block shedding is not nearly as good. Brian Butler walks into the end zone. San Diego State ties it up in an instant. Our defense could not hang. Starting a lot of younger guys, and our older guys are not good. So it's a rough combo right now. Aztecs tie it up at 7. Probably. Almost certainly they do. We're going to run 4 verts. Belcher's the check down. I'd love for a freshman to get down the field. We're going to check it down. It's Belcher. And he's just easy yards right now. Nice safety net, security blanket type option. Already 3 catches for close to 30 yards. You know, our offense does pass the football a lot, but it is a lot of throws to the running backs. And it's been an effective formula for us, as I mentioned. These guys just tend to get open. And look at Belcher with the moves. He might catch 150 passes this year, at this rate especially. They're going to have to cover him, and they're just not. And we're going to keep throwing it to Daniel Belcher if they don't want to take care of him. It's another catch for Belcher, 5 already here in this first quarter. If they don't want to account for the running back, the football is going to go to the running back quickly every time. Looks like the free safety's stepping up. Here you're going to make an audible at the line. And it's going to be another check down, this time to Holmes. Saw a ton of him last year. Caught a record like 18 passes for us in one game. Although he does look a little shaken up after that catch for 3 yards. Geary, perfect to start. 8 for 8 for 81 yards passing. Hasn't done anything too impressive, right? Just making the throws he needs to make. And that's just a lot of checkdowns. As Smith with the big power after the catch. And John Smith gets 12. We're going to run this to the wide side of the field. Play action, nobody bites. And we're going to throw down the field for Jones. And what a dart from Garrett Geary. Oh my goodness, under pressure as well. The throw had to be perfect, and it was. Great footwork on the sideline from Stephen Jones as well. But that is an amazing throw. Going back on the ground, it's Holmes. Anthony Holmes gets 6. We're just moving the ball so easily on San Diego State right now. Of course, they did the same to us. Defense seems to be not the strength of these two teams. But I'm loving the way our offense is functioning. Here's 2nd and 4. Quick throw out to the back. Belcher stood up, but gets very close. It'll be 3rd and 1. We might go short back to him, but this time on the ground. Actually, Anthony Holmes checks into the game. Only 3 down linemen for San Diego State. And Holmes is going to get the first down and more easily. And in fact, go into the end zone for the score. Anthony Holmes was a really nice option for us last year as RB2. Behind Troy Jones. But, of course, he's going to be RB2 again. This time behind the freshman Daniel Belcher. But you know what? If he can run like that, I love it. Big power into the end zone, breaking a couple tackles in the process. It's a run. We ran right by him. Teray can't make the tackle first time around, and Dukes just has speed that we can't account for. San Diego State has had a number of good running backs. You know, over the years, Donnell Pumphrey comes to mind. Obviously, you know, Penny was a first-round pick. Kind of, it seemed out of nowhere. But, oh, my goodness. I don't know that he was in there. 20-yard catch on the corner from Alfonso Bush. Our defense was nowhere close. Did he really get a foot down? I might consider challenging that. I'm not sure if we can back in this era after seeing the replay, but I need another look at this because it looked very close for sure. And they're going to say that left foot is not touching the boundary. It's very close. I'm not sure it's worth a challenge, but it's a 20-yard play. If he had a foot out of bounds, that's coming back. It was really, really close. Obviously, in college football, you only need one, but I think that left foot is touching out of bounds right there. Now, will the game actually register that? That is the question. And they don't. So that's why that type of thing is risky, because, yeah, we could clearly see his foot was out of bounds. The referee crew in NCAA 14 doesn't agree. It's going to be 3rd and inches for San Diego State. We're going to go man coverage. Freshman Alex Teray creeps up. Burnett blitzing. They're going to throw. And under pressure, it's a great throw from the quarterback, Butler. And Alfonso Bush with another catch on this drive. 2 for 31 for him so far. I think you guys will probably agree. They just seem like the faster team right now. And I don't know what we can do to combat that. We have some guys who are faster, but, you know, it's not just about speed as the big hit is delivered from Bird. The problem is that they also have the power against our lighter guys, so when we bring in more speed, they just run right over us. It's been a tough combo so far, But I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll see if they get one more snap away. And they don't. San Diego State trails by a touchdown, but that could change in a second as we start the second quarter. There's a run, and it's right up the middle. Dukes with the moves, gets the first down. I don't know how he didn't score on that. He is incredibly quick. I know I keep saying that, but it's astounding how fast he looks. Looks like it's 99 speed compared to my players. And he has, and my controller's going to be not functioning here in NCAA for some reason. I'm going to really struggle to get to running back here. He has 89 speed. If that's 89 speed, I don't want to see 90 plus. I don't. First and goal, and our defensive tackle, Holt, just tackled their center. Can't really do that. Now, I don't exactly hate it when it's first and goal. They get half a yard closer, right? It's still first and goal, and if you time it up right, you stop the running back, maybe it's a big TFL, it's worth it. The same way it's okay to false start if you're backed up into your own end zone, because you're not really losing any yardage. But the benefit of starting earlier could be big. Doesn't end up mattering. Touchdown for Dukes. He's a problem. We are really going to struggle to contain him today. That much is obvious. I love the look of this play. We might be able to get the speedy Inoke involved. We haven't really found any of these freshman receivers already. And Geary is under pressure. Heavy, heavy pressure from San Diego State. Sean Rutledge was the one who got to him. Couldn't get the ball out quickly enough. I mean, they were flying in. I love the look of that play. The result was less than desirable, as we're going to get on the move with Gary and hit Belcher on the run. Great throw from Garrett Geary, who is continuing to impress. He is looking not only like, you know, a well-seasoned vet at the college level, he's looking like a potential All-American Heisman-type candidate so far. And I know they're not particularly difficult throws down the field, but he is looking great to start. Really, really well is how he's playing. I had to double check that it was Heisman with all my sliders, and it is. But I'm surprised that Garrett Geary here, with only 66 or 67 throw accuracy, has not missed a throw so far. It's a quick throw to Stephen Jones for the first. I mean, we're throwing the ball a lot, and a lot of them are quick passes, as I continue to say. But 14 for 14 for 149 yards is just truly an incredible start. Can't say anything more than that. And he's fast as well. We could really look to run the ball more with him as well. The problem is, if he gets injured, we do not have anyone behind him, or anyone good. He is far and away, significantly, the best quarterback on the roster, and it is not even close. So him getting injured would be devastating to our chances. Here's a run to Holmes. Thought that was going to be an easy first down. Ends up being real close, but he gets it. First and 10. San Diego State playing really passively here, and there's going to be the first incompletion, and it's not on Garrett Geary. The pass was dropped by Clarence Johnson coming across the middle of the field, and that's a pass he knows he needs to catch. That is right in his hands. Really no excuse there. Brings up second and 10. Geary on the move, will lob it up, and is nearly intercepted. That ball came out way too late and hung up in the air for way too long. That was truly his first mistake. Here's third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. We were forced to throw at this point. See who ends up getting open. Don't love anybody. Geary takes a sack, backs us for sure out of field goal range, and we're going to have no other choice than to punt. Well, we're going to see if our defense can make the first stop of the game. It's kind of weird to see so many new faces on this team. And they're looking like old faces. They're playing like shit. Here's a run. Alex Toure! The freshman is able to contain Maurice Dukes. Shoots right through the A-gap there, it looked like. And was able to get to the ball carrier at the handoff. Great closing speed. And, of course, tackling one of his strengths, so he's able to make that play. His coverage is not amazing, but his tackling truly is quite good. As Butler is subdued. Not used to seeing many of those plays last year. Jared Bird with the tackle, his third already, first one for loss. And he's someone that, you know, is a big part of our defensive plans for this season. He's got pretty good speed and coverage ability. and lets Alex Teray be a versatile player that comes up into the box and utilizes those tackling skills. As this is a throw down the field, Mike Taylor is cooked. Just does not have the speed. And that is a problem for our DBs. It's why corner and safety remains such a big need for this team. We just do not have the speed on the back end to keep up with these receivers. Speed continues to be a problem for us. We just can't compete. All right, down in this game now. Got to bounce back. And maybe I'm a little paranoid, but I'm getting worried about taking any type of hits with Geary here just because we don't have any close second option to him. He's someone that needs to stay healthy, but I do love running the football, especially with these quarterbacks. And there's another miss from Geary. I mean, he started off hot, starting to struggle a bit, and it really does seem that his accuracy is better early on in the play rather than later, because these throws kind of late across the field are not working. And now Belcher can't catch the football. Turned up the field before he secured it, and we're going to have to punt again. What a terrible drive. We really just can't go 3 and out against a team that's going to score every time they touch the football. And on top of that, they get the football to start the second half as well. It's not a good combination. Yeah, it's not good. Throw over the middle, complete on Horst. But what is Horst doing against the receiver that you beat our #1 corner? It's bad coaching from me, Gene Dangus. Get there, Lamar Simmons. He's not going to, but Holland saves a touchdown. How is that 4? That looked mainly like an east-west type run. He gets 4 yards up the field somehow. Are they really on the 9? Thought they might have been closer. I don't know. 2nd and goal. We're just going to get run on here. I mean, they bring in the fullback who walks in. Jesus. All right, we're going to bring Inoke into the backfield, motion him out. We ran read option out of that same type of design so many times last year. Geary just gets obliterated. Oh my God. All right. He's alive, I think. I hope. Yep, he's alive. Oh my God. I mean, that was an incredible shot. Inoke's a big player, though. Near 230 pounds for the freshman. So we could try and use him as a blocker. Give me pass interference or something there. Did Geary start 14 of 14? I feel like he did. He's now 14 of 19. Oh, man. That's not good. That is not good. That is a bad rate. Don't get sacked. Sacked. Loss of 7. Oh, my God. Freshman struggles are starting to kick in. Here's 3rd and 17. They called a timeout right at 2 minutes, and that's actually severely underthrown. Severely underthrown from Geary. Finally a completion, though, as Inoke works back to the football. It's 4th and 6. We are going to punt. But, man, I mean, what a collapse. We were right in this game, and now we are not. Look at that. I mean, we're right with them in the first quarter, yet here in the second, they're exactly doing what they did in the first quarter, but we have disappeared. Somebody's going to have to make a special play. It's got to be Wesley Price. Haven't said his name at all today. That's clearly a catch. Brian Butler also has not missed a throw today. 9 for 9 for over 200 yards. All right. How do we bounce back? Throw over the middle. Big hit, but caught. I mean, no way around it right now. We're just being annihilated by San Diego State. Butler trying to take off. Somebody get to him. I think Mac Chung got there. His first sack as an NCAA collegiate athlete. It'll be 2nd and 17. Play over the middle. Butler trying to take off again and sacked again. We're going to call a timeout. Richard Holt this time. It's 3rd and 17. The reason we call a timeout is so that maybe we can get the football back and make a play. We're going to commit to the pass. And we're going to hopefully not allow the first down. And we didn't, and we got him out of bounds. On 4th and 5, we expect to punt in this spot based on their field position. They're actually going to go for it. Well, we got to stop it. That's bottom line. We got to stop it. Played good defense for the most part, but just can't hang in man coverage. Kelly Davis moves the chains. Brian Butler remains perfect through the air. And we cannot stop the San Diego State offense, either on the ground or through the air. We are getting crushed. Butler gonna look to scramble here. Just running through our whole team. It looked like we helped them by calling a timeout or two, right? Or just one. Lost a challenge earlier, and that lost a timeout for us, but killer. Ball hangs up in the air. Toure too far underneath it. Big catch. It's going to be a touchdown, San Diego State, at some point. We can't stop them. Run up the middle. Bounce to the outside. Touchdown again for Maurice Dukes. And Mo Dukes is smashing us. We looked like we were in it for a minute. We were in it for a minute. Thought we could win it, but now we're finished. And I am going to end things. Might just take a shot downfield. Who wants to get open? Nobody. We're sacked. Get me to halftime. They get the football to start half number 2, but you know what? I can't be in this first half anymore. Down 35-14. It's not looking good. Rivalry renewed as we're back in the Mountain West taking on San Diego State. We've had some good games against in the past. This might not be one of them. I thought we were ready. I might have been wrong. I'm getting some different names in there. Brandon Jones going to start at left outside linebacker. We're going to leave Kevin McBride at middle linebacker. He's only 5'9", 227, but the speed's pretty good. How's his tackling and all that stuff? It's not terrible, I guess. And then freshman Miles Horst is going to start at right outside linebacker. We got to mix it up. Got to get some new faces out here on defense. Got to figure out a way to slow down San Diego State. Right now, we've been unable. All right, so Bird goes back to free safety. Where does that leave Toure? Looks like not on the field. Nice tackle from Wesley Price. I don't really want to have Alex Toure not on the field. He's one of our best players. Now he's back. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out different formation subs, because there are some players I just do not like having on the field. Horst does enough. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Can we stop the Aztecs for the first time today? I don't know. I do like the idea of Miles Horst blitzing, though. Horst has pretty high finesse moves, so he might be able to win a one-on-one if it comes to it. Throw to the outside, and finally the quarterback misses a throw. Butler was 14 of 14 for 272 prior to that. And finally, we will force a punt. Need a touchdown. Right now. I honestly don't care if the drive takes 5 minutes. We need to find a way into the end zone. Let Belcher run a little bit. You know, it's so easy to get down in the game and forget that we're actually able to run consistently. Because running is a really good way to move the ball against some of these teams. And we got a little pass happy. That's for sure. Trying a screen. First catch for the freshman Justin Lingard, I believe. Only goes for 2. Getting Clarence Johnson out here is going to be killer. They're in a zone defense. They're not ready for read option here. Clarence Johnson picked up a block on the backside. If he blocked front side of that, I think we actually have a significantly better play result. But we'll take the first down. We have run the ball 16 times compared to 21 passes. And this could very easily be a run as well. And I think it's going to be. Geary taking off. We're going to slide. 2nd and 3. Wide open in the flat. Why did I say anything about this guy not missing passes? He's playing like the Heisman. Oh my god, dude. This guy stinks. 3rd and 3. It's a 4-down territory type spot down in this game. Geary is shut down for a loss. Read option completely taken care of. Obviously 4-down territory. Who wants to get open? Lingard wide open. Catch is made. We needed that badly on 4th and 4. Pressure is just about there, but we had just enough time. 1st and goal. Over the middle. Jesus. 2nd and goal. Belcher, good route. Geary missed him. Oh my god. And Justin Lingard's hurt. We're going to put in an okay for the time being. This is insane. This is insane. They just don't want us to win today. I'm going to try a screen, 3rd and goal. They bought it. Couldn't get the blocks. We're stopped. I know that seems like a weird call in that spot, but you know, I thought they would send some heavy pressure. They did. We just couldn't get one block. Otherwise, we would have walked into the end zone. All right. 4th and goal. Need to find a way to score here. I don't like our options. Don't like our options very much. Sacked. Not great. 3rd down. Bird's back there. Price is creeping up. Teray's back. Here's 3rd and 6. We did not run with that. They're taking a deep shot, and Teray is there for the breakup. Freshman making a big play down the field. We're going to get the football back. More just straight up runs to Belcher. That's going to be what needs to happen. I feel like we kind of stopped throwing him the ball, but he dropped it. We've missed him a couple times when trying to throw it to him. It's been tough to get Daniel Belcher the football for whatever reason after like the first drive. We really have struggled. Wide open to the flat is Anoke. Still have not been able to unleash that speed down the field. He's got like 96 speed at 6'4". We got to be able to get him down the field. This has not happened yet. Safety creeping up. Belcher. Not a good throw. Oh, my God. We're not calling this play enough. 4th and 4. Gotta have it. Halfback screen. Our offensive line is blocking us from making a play. There was enough space to do something. There was definitely enough space. But Belcher can't find it because the offensive line gets no push. They just kind of stop moving and get in the way. There's so much room to get the first down. Tried to turn upfield, but, I mean, we ran right into 79 Hampton. It's incredible how that guy did not need to be blocked at all. Go up the field. Morons. I mean, we've got them to 3rd and 8. It's not unreasonable to think we can get a stop here. We know it's going to be difficult. Throw over the middle. We did stop them, but what's stopping San Diego State from saying we can get 2 yards here on 4th down? We know we can, and they're going to go for it. Do we run commit? I mean, they're showing like they're going to pass here, but I think they're going to run. Like an RPO, maybe. Shut down. At the end of 3, we are down 35-14. We have not scored since the first quarter. Yeah, I don't know. It's not been great. Sacked again is Brian Butler. But we're not getting these sacks when we need to. I mean, 3rd and 20 is nice, but we're already down by so much here. Richard Holt has 2 sacks. Mac Chung now has 2 sacks. But it just has not mattered enough. Throw over the middle. McBride is there, but can't make the tackle. It's a big gain. 4th and 2. Does San Diego State just take their points? Looks like they're going to. This has been a frustrating game. We've run the ball back-to-back times. Have not seen Daniel Belcher, by the way. We're going to roll out with Geary. Thought about making a throw there. Geary ends up taking off and getting it. Daniel Belcher, back spasms. He's done for the day. See if he plays next week. Yeah, not a lot has gone right for us here today. Not a lot has, outside of the first quarter. And we were throwing the ball so well. I know everyone's going to say you pass too much. You should be running more. Not running is the reason why you're losing the game. We've been running. Just sometimes they shut it down. Sometimes they don't, obviously. And passing was so successful early. And then when it stopped working, I needed to pivot more than I did. Justin Lingard back out onto the field. Good look to get him the football. And we're going to deep down the field. Caught by Lingard, diving. And his first college touchdown goes for 39. And will cut the lead to 17 pending the extra point. Don't know what the safety was doing. I don't care. We needed something to work for us. We're actually going to go for 2 here to make it a 2-score game with 2-point conversions on 2 touchdowns if we can get 2 stops. Here it is. Point after. I don't like the pressure. That wasn't handled well at all. Oh, and on the play, Geary was hurt. He also has back spasms. He's done for the week. So if you thought we had any chance to come back, forget about it. Freshman quarterback and freshman running back, both out for at least this game. I mean, San Diego State is just not letting this game end. First down after first down stops the clock momentarily. Penalties that stop the clock. They're not chewing clock at all. It's annoying. Rivalry game, they want to make the pain last as long as possible and run the score up as much as possible. Freshman Miles Amos into the game. Maybe he can do something. Actually getting quite a big pocket push there. Van Pran saves a touchdown. Nobody noticed that the quarterback was running. It's great stuff. And it's a touchdown. Maurice Dukes. Who else, dude? Who else but this guy? Sean Williamson into the game. See if he can do anything. I doubt it. Wide open down the field. Does Williamson have the arm? He does not. Where even is Anoke or Lingard? Where are my, like, star freshmen? Give me a chance. I know we're not going to win this game anyway, but we're certainly not going to punt. What are we punting for? What would be the point? Down the field, don't have the arm. Put their quarterback in a coma. Please. I mean, and this guy too, dude. They're running up the score up 25 with a minute to go. Just stop. Stop, please. We've had enough. I give up. Kneel the ball. Show a little respect. I can't wait to play San Diego State again. I can't wait. Wait till we get some better players. We are going to murder them. We will not give up. We will not let off the gas pedal. Wait until we play San Diego State again. That's all I'll say. Just wait. It'll be next season, but the payoff will be incredible. We're going to call clipping on the fucking return, dude. Look at the score and the time. Why? Why even bother? And that is the ball game. 52-20 is your final. Yeah. Bad stuff. Yeah, that bomb kind of changed the game, didn't it? I mean, I guess we would have been crushed anyway, but I think that play is when things really started to go wrong. This guy was a clown. I hate their quarterback. I hate their head coach. Hope there's a virtual earthquake and their virtual stadium gets sucked into virtual hell. I hate this team. You're the Aztecs. Perform an Aztec sacrifice on the whole fucking team. Garrett Geary had a great first quarter. Ended up being sacked 5 times. No picks, but missed some throws. Didn't play that well down the stretch. Running the ball, Belcher goes 4 for 20. He was on fire. Touchdown for Anthony Holmes. Quarterback runs were not as effective, but of course, sacks are factored in here. So, 5 sacks take away, minus 10 yards from what he actually would have done. Would have been significantly better. And then receiving, Belcher 10 for 77, touchdown for Justin Lingard. He ended up having a nice game on that bomb. And then defensively, we were just horrendous. We're putting up good numbers because we were on the field so much. 2 sacks for Richard Holt, Mac Chung, sack for Nelson Burnett. Obviously no picks. Did get a deflection from Alex Touré and no forced fumbles. Disgusting performance. We better play better next week. Oh, and a corner has committed to San Diego State that we wanted. I thought we might have been number 1 on his board. Apparently not, but that's the end of the episode. We're going to reevaluate recruiting. We're going to see what we can do. Looks like, we're in pretty good shape here for Mitchell Powell. I'd love to get him on campus, now. But it's just not possible. So I think we're just going to wait. And maybe he commits before then. If we can get him in on a visit, right this second, we'd be in a good spot. But we can't. We don't have a bye week until week 13. We're on the road just so frequently. Our next home game is week 8 against Air Force, which I guess that does follow Hawaii, so that could be a good chance to get him to commit. We're just, I guess, going to schedule that. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take it easy.